Yeah.
All right, cool. So welcome from Munich, broadcasting live from the village, as I said last week. Yeah. So in terms of announcements, hope everyone is doing good. Looking forward to the stand-up, hearing how everyone is doing. Would like to introduce Eckhart, who's helping us in Germany, where part of the reason I'm here is just to discuss, well, you can see he's on the screen anyways, but how do we build outreach with German companies and organizations and foundations? Because I think there's a lot of interest. There's a lot of interest in Germany in talent in Africa. So we'll ask him to do an introduction in a moment. But just in terms of other housekeeping announcements, so today we have our interim submission. Second internal touch point, there were some questions on what it is that we are, what's the difference between this week and last week? So last week, the first internal touch point, the goal was that you put together the structure of what it is that you're going to work on. On Saturday, you submitted to the client. Sunday, you got feedback from the client. There's one group that hasn't gotten feedback yet. We're working on that. We'll come back. And then today, the point is, what are you going to work on for the rest of the week? So you've done a bunch of work. I think that you've made a lot of progress from where you were when we started the project. You've learned internally, you have an idea of what the data looks like. You've put your presentation together. The client has given you feedback. So what are we going to work on for this last sprint? And so we want to have an updated schedule, which is realistic. And at this point, you should be out of the what are we going to do, I think. What are we going to do and where do we get data? But how do we do the data analysis and put all of the stuff together towards the sprint for Saturday? So today, in terms of submission, we're doing submissions by email. As usual, send it to your group, copy your tutor, copy Idowu, copy me, and let's put that together. As always, your most valuable resource are the time and energy that you have as a team. So make sure that you allocate people as fully as possible. Otherwise?
Yeah, I hope to hear me as well. So yeah, I want to hear where people are. Probably yesterday I was off, so maybe I didn't respond as much as I wanted. But I want to hear where you are in terms of your data processing as a group. And what you plan to do, because just only next 4 days that we have, and by today we should be able to really start thinking about modeling and beyond just data collection. Otherwise, it's going to be hard. So yeah, let's hear where you are. Just make us know. Let us know.
Maybe Eckhart, we can ask you to do a. Maybe we'll just do it here for sound.
I mean, now it is appearing in two.
Yeah, we have stereo view.
Stereo, very good. So that looks good. Yeah, it's only just me. Yeah, I'm the father of Carla, the girlfriend of Yabi. So that's the connection, let's put it that way. I'm a mechanical engineer, MBA, 20 years at Siemens, 10 years at Nokia. My specialty is actually more in corporate real estate. I did quality management, and I did a lot of investor relations. So I have a broad network of people that I know, and I'm looking forward to invite them to take advantage of the African talent in data science. I need help from Yabi to understand what data science can do and what it can't do. So I think that is my challenge. I'm proud to work with you.
All right, just briefly before we go into the stand-up, so we said that we want everyone to be job ready, and so this is part of the last kind of hook that we're trying to make in. We know that you're capable, you have the skills, and now we want to make sure that everyone can use their time in the best possible way. And so reaching out to companies and helping people find jobs has always been part of what we're trying to do. And so this is effort number X that we're going to be making to make sure that people are able to be active. So over to you guys. Who's up first? Unless Prosper, Usman, do you have any announcements? Somebody asked a question about what is Injera, so I hope somebody can answer that question as part of their
Injera. I know Injera.
I'm surprised the Kenyans don't know what Injera is. But okay, Prosper, Usman, and then we'll go into the stand-up.
Nothing from here, nothing. It's okay.
So yeah, let's go for the stand-up.
I don't see Lowell, so let's see who can be first if it's not Lowell. Who's up first? Binyam.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah, so first of all, injera is a very beloved and versatile type of food for Ethiopians. It's made from teff. I don't know if you guys know teff, but it's a kind of cereal. So it's baked from a fermented teff, and we use injera with like literally everything. Like at least we eat injera twice or 3 times a day. Yeah, so that's injera. And as for the progress, I think we're on the right track and we're making progress. We have incorporated the feedback we received from Dr. Tolu. We were initially mining data from 3 African countries, and she told us to stick with those 3 African countries. So we're mining even more data from those countries, and like a different thing we're doing now is we're trying to classify the data as sponsored government and individual data, because it's hard to do the sentiment analysis with just the initial data, which is a bunch of advertisements containing very positive words. So that will definitely bias our analysis. So we're trying to classify the data as such. So we're working on an updated schedule, an updated Gantt chart, and an updated road division among us. So yesterday, we almost lost all of our data because we tried to organize it in directories as raw data and filtered data. And trying to do that, we moved it to the wrong directory, and like for half a day there, we thought like all our data was gone, and we're trying to prepare to mine again. But like overnight, IIekura solved the problem, and now we have our data back. So today we will start pre-processing, cleaning the data, and preparing it for the sentiment analysis. So that's where we are at. Yeah, thanks.
All right, thanks, Ken.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
So currently we're from a meeting with the group, and so our plan for today is working on the internal touch point. And yesterday we also came with like a given date where we should have like sort of everything working. And I'm thinking, yeah, we can make it by that day so that we can have at least ample time. We were thinking like, as a group, we should be done by probably Thursday, so that Friday and Saturday is spent just trying to fine tune some things here and there. Also, we need some help in running the Jupyter notebooks continuously, even when you log out from the computer. I think we need some help there because one of my group members tried, and it's not. We are afraid if we close the notebook, the data mining will stop completely. And also we need the copy of the preprint format for the report, the structure of it, because you wrote on the document that it will be shared.
Yeah. So I'm just so everyone is clear, the main output is slides. Preprint is a nice to have. So if you're looking for that, I think we can provide that. But my personal advice, I don't know what Yabubel thinks, focus on getting a really good quality output, and the preprint is a nice to have output. So I think we can provide a format.
Yeah. No, I mean, as long as I think what I would do today and tomorrow is that I think it's good to think of in the preprint format at the moment, in my opinion, for one reason that it means also a lot of work. So it's kind of, you need to validate most of your results, but that comes when you have actually insights that you say like, okay, these are the kind of insights that we're gonna follow. And if you have, just post it in the Slack such that we can discuss, and you kind of then we try to eliminate possible biases, or like, you know, what can we do to show that that's actually the case. So, but yeah, I will try to share something, like at least a few papers where we follow exactly the same structure. So, but at the moment, just work on the concept and the one part or the few parts that you think is kind of niche for, or that you're going to follow up in the next couple of days. So, and then the Jupyter notebook, I will try to fix it, but still I see that actually you could do it with a script. So if you just turn your Jupyter notebook into Python script and run it in the terminal, it should work. And especially with screen, you should be able to do. But I will fix the Jupyter notebook issue. I saw that there is also an issue. So.
Okay.
Elvis?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah, so to begin with, I would like to advise Kenny's group to use screen. It's really nice. You just sleep knowing your code is safe, is running, and you wake up in the morning, you get the output. So you can try that. So from our group, yesterday we did some progress, and we had some short session with Yabi, and yeah, it was really helpful to help us think wider and get the right data with very high quality, which we did. Yeah, and today we are progressing to sentimental analysis. Yeah, so we also could love if he has some time to, yeah, so that we can share which way we have decided to do sentimental analysis, and he can help us think through. Thank you.
I want to comment on that, because that was really, I offered in the Slack just, you know, a quick always contact and make sure that you are kind of like some things, if you feel like you are uncertain, it's good to check. And they did, that group did just check, like they wanted to filter the data, and they wanted to use a filter of a word, which then reduces their volume. And then they kind of got in contact. And I think I would say that's a really a good way to, yes, I may not be able to answer immediately. If you kind of at least have a question set up, and when I open up, I can at least kind of get in contact, because this is more the point where like you have a saturated communication where like what you do is visible to everyone. And that is an essential element, because there's so many choices, so many decisions you have to make. And it's good that if you do the decision in kind of the way that, you know, finally kind of gets to a result that we want. So I would recommend everyone also to try to outline what kind of decision, what kind of challenge they have, and what kind of way that they want to go, and then kind of get in touch. Yeah.
And don't forget, there's also Jean and Usman are there to support as well. And so let's make use of all the resources that you have. If you have questions, I'm also obviously not on the data science side, I'm also there to support. Gerald? Gerald can't talk. Can somebody else from Gerald and Tijir Sunimi's group give an update, please?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Good morning, everyone. So,
Morning, Lolo.
So yesterday what we did was we went through the reports we got from Harun about the clients. So we went through it and we iterate. Okay, we now changed some of our procedures. Okay, we suggested that, okay, instead of, okay, initially what we're doing is we were using like 5 keywords, and we're going back in like, I think, a year trying to get the data that is related to food quality. So we saw that after we filtered the data, the quality data we got after was something less than 100. So we needed something like that. So yesterday we collected more keywords. So I think Gerald has started like collecting data on it. So today we plan to have a meeting on, okay, how are we going to actually use the keyword, this new keyword after getting the data? Are we still going to filter it with the same criteria we used initially? So basically what our effort are still driven towards now is to make our data as good as possible, because based on some of the insights we've been able to get from what Yabi has been saying, the better the data, the more assertively we can say that this thing we are doing is sure. So for now, our effort is still drawn on getting data, but we are confident by before Wednesday, we should have gotten something solid. And from there, we will now know how to give out our analysis, building dashboard, then trying to convince the clients that, yeah, maybe decisively, like, maybe we are very sure or maybe inconclusive. So yeah, and the journey has been exciting. I've learned so many things, and people in the team, we have our strengths and weaknesses, trying to learn at the same time, trying to do the best you can, try to bring in what you have to the team for them. Okay, this is what I'm good with that. Take for instance, the routing tool that is quite proficient with, okay, the data mining part. So at the same time, he's the one doing it. Anytime we have our meetings, it kind of gives us, like, he explains to us and let us look at this, what's going on. And yeah, so it's been like that, both a learning process and at the same time, an opportunity to do what you can do best. So thank you. I think that was sufficient.
Do you feel on track, Lowell? Do you feel like your group's on track?
Yeah, I feel like we are on track. It's been great, in my opinion.
Ada?
Morning, guys. So for group 2, concerning the data, we adjusted the scraping code to capture more features for EDA and to get more specific tweets. We've scrapped a good amount, but we're still scraping. Also, we're the group that did a late submission on Saturday, so we don't have the feedback yet, but asking around from other groups, we've picked on the important points to implement. One of my team members, Hadi, is looking into sentiment analysis using Hugging Face. So for now, we're on track. I have a question though. What's the difference between the last submission and today's? And to Yabi, our AWS crashed and we tagged you on the group chat. So if you can look into that. That's it. Thank you.
Is the Jupyter notebook? I don't know what is going on with the Jupyter notebook. I also have issue. Seeing exactly, I see the same issue. So I'm gonna look into it. So hopefully by before noon, I will be able to see like this while. I mean, maybe restart the Jupyter. But as I said, in that case, it's almost always you can just convert your Jupyter code into script and run it from the terminal. That's yeah.
The thing itself is not loading. Like I can't actually connect into AWS. It's not just a notebook. It started off with a storage error, and then I tried deleting some files, and then it just crashed entirely.
You cannot SSH to the machine?
No, I cannot.
Oh, okay. So that's strange because I could connect with most of the. Okay, so then it means something is strangely. Yeah, I will double check that one. I thought you can SSH only to Jupyter, but if you can't SSH, then that's another issue. So we'll have a quick call.
Okay, thank you.
And on your question, so it should be an update. So you made your initial schedule last Tuesday. You submitted during the weekend. You now have, and I'm happy to hear that you were able to find a solution to getting feedback. You now have feedback, or you have a sense of the feedback that the client would have given you. So what's your plan for the rest of the week? So if you submit Tuesday night, you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So what is your plan? What are you going to focus on? By this point, I think you have an idea of what you're going to be able to submit. So today it's an updated plan as far as possible. If you're able to update your structure of what the slides will be. I think last Tuesday was, this is what we kind of think. Saturday was, this is what we found. And Tuesday, today, I would say, is this is our plan to finish off, to be on time, and to make sure you know exactly what has to be done. I would also recommend, I think there's a lot of movement in terms of some people have been asked to go back to school. We have a sense of who is in the team. So be realistic about what you're going to be able to achieve and divide up the tasks in a reasonable and effective way towards the goal of having a really good output for the client. My second suggestion would be, I think, I don't know what you think, I think it's better to have one good answer on a smaller question rather than having a weak answer to a bigger question. If you're able, for example, to only provide an answer for one country or a subset of the question, but a well-supported answer, I think that's better than having a very generic, loose answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's so.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
Okay, Stephanie or Kevin's group. Kevin, can you go if Stephanie's not able to speak?
Actually, I can now.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi. So far, we were able to collect data. After submission, we got some feedback, which we are working on. We were given some specific hashtags to also focus on. We had challenges with data because we have about 200 tweets. So some of us have had to do the sentiment analysis and topic modeling, while we're also looking for other keywords to increase the data. So that's what you're doing. What else? Yeah. So far that's what we are on, as well as working on the particular hashtag and date that Tolu had given us, something on September, something to do with the clean or something of the sort. So yeah, so that's what you're focusing on for today.
All right, great. Are there any groups that haven't gone yet? I think we've gotten 6. I'm not sure. So are there any groups that are missing? If so, please, somebody from the group just unmute and go ahead.
That was another question. What time is it? Okay, we have still some time. So from the air quality group, what is an emerging hypothesis that you're kind of observing and you want to kind of work on? So from the two groups on air quality.
So I think what he's asking is what's your working hypothesis? So air quality groups, tell us about what your working hypothesis or hypotheses is or are.
What have you observed from the data and where is it leading you?
Okay, well, for group 2, for the EDA part, we're mostly checking on the seasonality, the trend in the number of tweets, the trend in the number of hashtags, the popular hashtags. I mean, from last year, December, up to now, where we're checking on the seasonality. And then for the...
Did you observe anything so far on that?
Actually, yeah. For the volume of tweets, there's a sudden drop from December to January, probably because that's when COVID-19 was becoming the hot topic. So there was a decline in the volume of tweets that were related to air quality. The trend is a bit hard to explain, but yeah, that's one of the observations that I've made. And then back to my sentiment analysis part, we are trying to look into the tweets and see if are they saying that air pollution or air quality is good or as in improving during the lockdown season, or is it just the normal noise of stop air pollution and stuff? We've not really figured out yet how we'll approach the sentiment analysis part, but generally that's the idea.
Okay, great. So I will have something, but just like the second or the first group, do you have, what is your observation?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to change my browsers, my mic was misbehaving. So for us, the number of tweets that we got regarding air quality were not that many. And most of the tweets were centered around September 7th, which was a clean air day. And from the feedback that we got from the doctor, she said that we should focus on that day and find out whether it was individuals or organizations that were making the most tweets during this particular period. For the sentiment analysis, we plan on using a larger data set that we can learn some sentiments from, and then we'll run the particular model that has been trained on this larger data set on our particular data and get the sentiments that are required for this particular challenge.
Yeah, so one way you could also just like Ada as well as also the first group, what you could look at is the users. Has there been a change in the kind of the users who are tweeting or liking? So you can't amplify the data by like the number of people liking and their liking trend, and as well as also just the comments probably don't get, but it's kind of also the people who are tweeting, are they changing in time or are they consistent? So those kind of things could tell you whether it's a public observation or a different observation, or is it the same people who has been advocating about air quality. And if that is the case, it's probably not not COVID related. So the correlation you can actually see through that kind of thing, whether a general public is seeing, which indicates a lot more of the COVID era, while if it's just the same population, the same groups doing, it may indicate more about the kind of general interest on air quality. So maybe you can look at the user, the user profile, kind of the user variance. And so maybe that's one thing I've been thinking. So maybe we'll discuss as two groups as one, just on how to approach, or in particular, the number of tweets that if you are getting it small, how do we amplify it? So that's it. Just we'll catch up probably later.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Babal, what do you have to say about the sentiment analysis part?
So I think sentiment is, for me, as I always say, it's good, but you need to know whether the tweets are. So the sentiment only makes sense if you have identified the source of the tweets, like whether it's due to COVID or due to so, and if it's due to COVID, of course, then the sentiment gets interpreted better, because if it's COVID, then you expect probably a positive sentiment. If it's a negative sentiment, then it's kind of strange, and it invites for more for more analysis. Definitely you will do it, but I would say the most important part today and tomorrow probably is just the EDA part, and getting like understanding who's tweeting and what kind of data, like the data distribution or the time series part, and then the sentiment kind of then is interpreting based on that. So the sentiment needs a context. That's what I'm always saying. Sentiment on its own cannot tell you anything, but within the context, then it tells you like, okay, if it is about, for example, not Corona time, then the sentiment will tell you if the kind of, the negative sentiment means that the air quality is not good, right? But without that kind of clarity, the sentiment may not have a context to interpret. And it's the same for everyone, for all the groups. But you have to do it, but you have to make sure the context first.
Okay, thank you.
Last announcements from my side before we go to the AMA, and I'll hand over to Prosper. So we do plan to do next week, this freelancing week open. So this week is Saturday is kind of the end of the formal training program. We've made this offer that we would do 1 week of freelancing together, and the goal is we would work together, and we want everyone who's interested to earn at least $1, 1 unit of currency, and we think that working together would be able to figure out the Upwork algorithm and get some work and get some real experience. So that's next week. Stay tuned for announcements on kind of how do we finish up certificates, graduation. We need to decide how we do that. How do we make sure everyone gets their microphone on, and to do something which is kind of celebratory and fun. So stay tuned for information on that. More than likely at some point next week. I think it'll be, as people go off and get busy and some people are back in school, it'll be hard to get. We'll do our best to find a time where everyone is there, probably 1 hour. But stay tuned for that. I think we'll do that probably next week. Yeah, any last questions, thoughts before we go to the AMA? No? Lawal looks very unhappy. When can we see my family? Yeah, I've never met Yababel's children either. I don't know. He's hiding them from me too.
I'm quite excited actually, seeing Yabal and Aaron together in the same picture, you know.
Yeah.
Is it real, or are we doing this?
I'm actually not sure. I've taken a screenshot, you know. Like I have it on my laptop now. So
the only way I can find out is if he reacts when if I bang on his arm and he reacts. That's the only way to find out. But so what I can offer you guys is, if you want to see the kids, realistically it has to be on a weekend because they have to be in school, or it's in an evening. If you guys are willing to do an evening or week, I'm happy to do it. I also don't know if I can interest like down, or at least and the younger one won't get off. So you, the young one, the younger one is telling you all about airplanes and rockets. So we can figure that out. But yeah, I don't.
I will ask her, and
we can do a family AMA. That's not a bad idea. We can ask the kids.
But it's in the weekend.
Maybe we'll figure out an evening or a weekend session. All right. But next up is IIekura. Prosper, over to you.
Hi, IIekura.
Basically.
IIekura, how are you? All right. So, IIekura, if you can hear me, can you turn on your camera and your microphone? Can you?
IIekura, are you there? You're up.
IIekura, are you there?
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Where's the microphone?
Hello, good morning.
IIekura, where's the microphone?
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Where's the tie? You look lovely. But
hello.
There's a delay.
Sorry. Good morning, everyone. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Yeah?
We can see you.
Sorry, I think my network is quite bad.
Okay.
It's morning here. It's after 10. So. A lot of questions. Hello?
we can hear you, so please just start answering the
I
question.
can't prepare for what you doing.
You can see. All right. So let's go. Can you tell us who's the guy?
Hello? I think, I don't know.
Yes, we can hear you. Let's get going. Who is IIekura? Let's get going.
He dropped.
And switch off all the videos. I can also switch the video.
Oh, okay, I think I will do that.
Video.
No, his suit broke the internet.
Maybe he can just drop the video and then speak.
Okay, he's back. No.
Hello? Hello? Please,
All right,
can
Aaron,
you resend the question, please? My network had issues.
So I think Prosper's first question is, who is IIekura?
Okay, good morning. I'm IIekura Idowu, a graduate of Marine Engineering from Federal University of Petroleum Resources, Efron, Delta State, Nigeria. I'm an SDG advocate and also ex-co-lead for Global Developers Group, and also the Pioneer Aggressive Campus Ambassador. And let me say, I'm a junior data scientist, and that's just everything about me. I saw some questions, but I can't see them again. Please, can you resend your questions so that I promise to answer every question, because I like to ask questions. So, okay. my first question, what makes you so inquisitive? Oh, so basically, I think I know some people like this guy started with basically. So basically, one thing about me is I try to understand something. And when I don't understand something, I don't like cramming. That is the thing. You know, the Nigerian educational system encourages people to just cram and pour. But you know, coming into programming, I realized that you can't cram your way to become a successful programmer. In school, you can actually cram and pour and forget. But in programming, if you try to cram, you will surely crash. So I try to understand everything. And also in school too, some of my mates, they don't really like questions like that. So most times, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you. We can hear you quite well. Yeah, keep going. We'll tell you if you break up.
Okay. So when I was in school, whenever I don't understand any question, I try to ask question, and I try to ask, like, I just want to know why this thing is happening and why is this like this, so that I can actually understand. And when I get to the exam, I don't need to be asking questions. You understand? I know, okay, this is what I need to do. A lecturer doesn't need to come and tell me, okay, this is what you need to do, because I try to understand while I'm in class, so that when I get to the exam hall, I don't need to ask any question. I just face my book and start writing. So that's why I think I'm kind of inquisitive, and I try to understand. I just want to know, okay, why are you doing this thing? Why is this thing occurring like this? Why is, like, I just want to understand why. So that is the thing. I don't just want to take it like that. And also I feel if you don't ask questions, you'll be dumb. You understand? If you just think, okay, maybe because people will laugh at me, I don't want to ask this question, then you won't know. And it will actually have effect on you. Imagine if you don't know the basic of pandas and stuff like that, and you are going on as a data scientist, just bone face and stuff like that, you surely crash. So I think that's why I'm inquisitive. So why is like saying hello and basically so well, why I do say hello is because, you know, it's just like, I think it's just like a greeting or something, like, can you hear me, something like that, like hello. Now, you know, when you're calling someone, like hello, like just like prepare to know that, okay, are you on the line or something like that. And also basically I think actually let me say I actually learned it from someone. Okay, where can I buy a suit to your store? Arun, come to Nigeria. Basically, what was the greatest fear? Oh, okay, I think I have a lot of fears. Like, let me say about data science, first of all. Like, you know, like, I think one of my greatest fears is just doing my best. I think that's the thing, like, becoming the best data scientist wherever I find myself. You know, sometimes I'm just scared, like, okay, I don't really know enough. Though I think I know some things, but I'm just scared, like I don't know enough. So tell us about growing up. Okay, well, growing up for me, I think, let me see, growing up, it was fine, it was fun. I had a loving father, I had a loving mother, and also I had loving siblings. So we actually lived together, and we grew up together, and, you know, we played together, did everything together, and we are still together. So though they're in different parts of Nigeria, so at least, but I think growing up in Nigeria is actually fine. At least got to know a lot of stuff and actually learn a lot of stuff. So actually, I'm basically, I think that is one thing you need to learn about me. Where's the microphone? Where's the microphone? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to bring something similar to a microphone, but sorry, I think on that time, maybe when we are graduating, I'll bring a microphone. Okay, can we see your full suit? Yeah, sorry, I'm using a phone. I actually have issues with light, so I actually wanted to use my laptop before, but something happened. So who is the most handsome Nigerian man in our batch? I don't know. I think I think it's Jababa and Arun. Basically, we crash. Yeah, basically Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. Well, I'm Yoruba, but my mom is from, let me say, Igbo or Igbo. You can say Igbo or Igbo. Hausa, no. Basically Yoruba, yeah. My mom is from Edo State, yeah, but you can call them Igbo or Igbo. So basically, why blue suits are not black or yellow? You know, blue is love. So I think I don't want people to ask me a lot of questions that will make me like crash. So I have to call me blue suit. What motivates you? I think problem, like when I see challenges, you understand, it motivates me to actually learn. Basically, so why I'm actually in data science is basically to solve problems. So like when I see problem, when I look at how people are suffering in the world, in Africa, in Nigeria as a whole, like it motivates me to actually learn and actually find a solution to the problem, something like that. So, and also what motivates me too, I think money too motivates me. I know some people don't also hear it, but at least you need to have some money or stuff like that at least. So sometimes I learn just to get some money, but I think the main thing that actually motivates me is actually to solve problems. So like I love solving problems, and that is basically why I'm actually in data science and stuff like that. So slash were you among the best performers in your class? Okay, yeah, I would say yes, kind of. Yeah. I think from primary school, I've been the best. I've been among the best. Let me not say I'll be the best. Let me not be like these Nigeria parents. I always say they are the best. Well, I've been among the best in my primary school, secondary school, and also in my university. I graduated among top 5% in my class. Yeah. So basically, why do you work so hard? I work so hard because, Maron and Yababa said we must be a data scientists at the end of October, at the end of the training. So I try to keep up to that pace. So most times I try to learn in the night, move around, just trying to debug the code, trying to learn, I go over everywhere. I just try to ask questions, go online, go on Stack Overflow, YouTube and everything, just to make sure that I actually meet up with the expectation of Aaron and Yababa. So basically, why do you work so hard? Okay, why will you buy a yellow suit at other? Oh, sorry. Basically, who do you look up to? Okay, I think I have a lot of people I look up to spiritually and also in the field of data science. In the field of data science, I look up to, let me say, Andrew Ng, and also I think Yababa, because I think during the pre-assessment training, I just saw someone with long hair and just in his profile picture, you have to do this, you have to do Twitter analysis and stuff like that. I was scared, like, wow, what was this? And, interacting with Yababa, I see that he's actually a genius, you understand? Like, he knows all this stuff. And it's actually, I'm actually looking forward to him and also it's like, let me say, it's like a motivator for me. Yeah, it's kind of. And also Andrew Ng, and also I think there's this man, the godfather of artificial intelligence. I don't know, I think, what's his name? He works in Google Brain. I don't know his name. Something I think I look up to him too. Basically, why do you look up to? Okay, basically, who do you look up to? Yeah. So basically, I look up to this, and also spiritually, I look up to some fathers in faith. I think one has died now, Billy Graham, and also in Nigeria, Pastor Adeboye, Pastor Kumuyi, and the rest and stuff like that. So basically, what drives you? Have you wear the suit for the AMA or you have another appointment? Oh, I actually wore the suit for the for the AMA because, like, now it's just like an interview. So I took this AMA as like an interview, like for me, just to test myself on, getting to the real interview and stuff like that. So let me just dress properly and fine. Basically, what drives you? So, like I said, when I see challenges around like Africa and Nigeria, we have faced with a lot of challenges, and I actually commend Yababa and Aaron for the initiative to train Africans in the field of data science. To be honest, this Stand Academy is one of the best training I've ever received in my life, and I think seeing what Yababa and Aaron has done, it actually motivates me to also do something great for Nigeria and also something great for Africa, the world. So basically, please wear your tie on graduation day. Yeah, I think I'll wear a red tie. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll wear a suit. I'll just appear normal. If not Nigeria, which other African country basically? And why did you add it basically? Okay. I think I was in Ghana last year. So Ghana, yeah, maybe South Africa. Oh, South Africa. Xenophobia and stuff. Let me see. Maybe Ethiopia. Let me come and become a data scientist in Ethiopia. But maybe Ghana. So why do you think Africa can contribute to the rest of the world? That is, what do you think Africa can contribute to the rest of the world that is unique? Well, I think what is unique in Africa is that we have the human capital, like we have a lot of people, and the human capital, we are not maximizing the human capital this thing in Nigeria, to be honest. Like, it's actually, we are wasting it in Africa generally. So if you look at China, if you look at India was one of the poorest countries, or you understand, but now India has actually rose because they have maximized their human capacity, and also China too. China, the way China is just moving fast, I believe if Africans can actually maximize their potentials in the form of humans, I believe Africa will actually rise forward and also contribute greatly. To be honest, most of these people that are doing well, maybe China, Germany, and the rest, they're not really they're not special. Like, there are a lot of Africans that are very, very special, they're very brilliant, but most of them leave the continent. Oh, they have brought light. Sorry, I think okay. Let me just continue with my phone. Yeah. So that's the thing. We are ending our program. Are you? Sorry. Okay. Basically, what do you want to be remembered for? Oh, basically, I would like to be remembered. Just like to be remembered that okay, I've contributed something in the field of data science, and also like in the health sector, I would like to be remembered for someone that I've actually solved something in the health sector, to be honest, just like broadcasting and stuff like that. My aim is to use technology, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, and stuff like that to solve health problems in Africa generally and in Nigeria. So we are ending our program. Are you a job-ready data scientist? Yeah, I'm a job-ready data scientist. Why I would say that is because, you know, during the week one, when we were doing the data mining on Twitter and stuff, I was quite scared. But during this week 11 and week 12, I went back to what we did, and to be honest, it was quite simple. Like I was just doing the data mining, and it was quite fun and just simple because at least it's something I've done before. And then I think yesterday I went over one of these week challenge, the one about analyzing telecommunication stuff. And when I checked it, it was quite easy. So I believe since I already have knowledge about those stuff, it's not really an issue. So any insecurities, well, others also should wear their suits. Any insecurities basically. In Nigeria, yeah, I think we are facing something called Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen, something they are killing people and stuff like that. Well, I hope AI can actually solve that. But insecurities generally, no, I don't think. What is Mrs. IIekura like? Well, I'm not married, I'm single, and I don't really plan to go into any relationship now. Maybe I'll still with data science and stuff. Kind of married to data science and Jesus. Basically, are you aware that say basically in every sentence? Yeah, I think, yeah. Sometimes I think it just come, I don't really know. Sometimes something like that. Why red and not black or white earphones? Irrational fears. Okay, why red and not black or white? Well, I just got the earphones, so I just got it. I'm not really a fan of color or something like that. Though I'm not really a fan of color or stuff like that. Irrational fears. Yeah. I think I'm scared of not failing. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to fail, like, you know, understand all these failures and stuff like that. I'm scared that okay, you might fail and stuff like that. But I try to, and also I think it poster stadium that maybe I don't really know some things, but most times I just feel like when I reflect about my life, I look at okay, this is what I've been able to achieve. At least I think I've done something better. What's the day to day? How are you going to take what you have learned and teach those that come after you? How are you going to take what you have learned and teach those that come after? Okay, so basically, I plan on, if I'm not very busy after the training, I plan to organize like a step down of some training that I've actually. Sorry, hello. So basically, I plan to organize like a step down training in the field of data science for young people in Nigeria, like online, like a virtual training, something, just to let them know about data science, free kind of. So I plan to something about me is that I'm passionate about quality education. Like I said, I'm passionate about sustainable development goals. So, and one of the sustainable development goals that I'm passionate about is quality education. So at least leading the tech community in my university while I was an undergraduate was something fun for me because I just wanted people to know about technology. I want people to be knowledgeable about tech education and stuff like that. So I think I'll be able to pass my knowledge down to people. Okay, what's your day? So like I said, how am I going to take what I've learned? I plan to organize like a free training for people in the field of data science, even if it's just the basic like Python, NumPy, Pandas, and the rest. I just want people to understand and feel the importance of data science, artificial intelligence. I believe people don't really know the impact of artificial intelligence or what it can actually do in Africa or Nigeria. So I plan to organize like a mini training, free training after the training. That is if I'm not really busy. Or if I'm busy, I might not organize it. So what is the day-to-day activity like? Well, maybe when I wake up in the morning, I pray. I can read my Bible and also read the devotional guide. And then after that, I move over to where I have light because in my area there's no light. So I move over to a place where I can have access to light and then start working on the challenge and also try learning and stuff like that. If I'm not working on the challenge, I'm maybe learning something, just trying to learn anything that is relating to data science. So that's my day-to-day activity. Can you sing for us? Oh, sorry, I don't know how to sing. People don't like my voice, so I don't know how to sing, sorry. what was your best moment in university? Well, my best moment in university was when I started the first technology group in my school, and it was actually free. It's called Ingressive Campus Ambassador. Those in Nigeria should know about Ingressive Campus Ambassador. So I was the first Ingressive Campus Ambassador in my university. And to be honest, when I came into the university in my 100 level, there was no tech group like that. So it's not really, those that tried to start it, the thing crashed. So I actually started the first successful tech group in my school. I think that is one of the best moments in my life and also in my university days, at least. And also some persons were able to come into web development, data science and stuff like that. And then actually doing fine. And also becoming the co-lead for Google Developers Group or something I'm actually happy for. So that's one of the best moments in my university. And what was the worst moment in university? Well, my worst moment in university was when I failed the course. I think it was technical drawing, but when I wrote the course again, it was actually fine. Although some persons were surprised that what will happen, why did you fail it? But some things like I was really, really depressed, but I feel it's just part of life. Okay, and how do I've arrived? Okay, what do you want to be remembered for? I think I've actually answered that. Like, I want to be remembered for contributing positive impact in health sector, like in Nigeria and Africa, to be honest, and also in the educational sector. Basically, just to make the world better. That is the thing. I just want to be remembered for that, to make the world better, not to be famous, but to actually, like, if you look at people like Nave Days and some men that have actually, like a lot of people like testing and stuff, these guys have actually done a lot of stuff for us and, in a lot. So I think I want to be remembered for something like that, like contributing to the scientific world, contributing to the tech world, and also contributing to the world generally. I think that's what I will be remembered for. Can Nigerians dance better than Ethiopians? If yes, please demonstrate. If not, Ethiopia wins the dance competition. No, sorry, I don't know how to dance. I'm very, very sorry. I don't know how to dance. How does a family look like basically? So I have a father, a mother, and I think 4 siblings. Yeah, 4 siblings. Honorable, don't plan escape route if SARS go. To be honest, I'm scared of SARS. I was scared of SARS. I think there was a day I saw a SARS issue, and like, to be honest, I was scared with his angry face, and SARS is not some. I think maybe we can use AI to solve that, but I think AI says SARS will kill AI. So Ada, no one is a Nigerian. Ada, please, what was Ada's question, please? Okay, it didn't show up. By now, no one can beat Ethiopians. Oh, sorry. Ken can dance with you during this time. Basically, how many kids do you want to have? How many kids do I want to have? I think 4. Yeah, 4. Yeah, one thing is, I'm not really so passionate about getting, kids or children. Sometimes in Nigeria, we feel, or African generally, like if you don't have a child, then maybe your name will be forgotten. But I believe if you can actually make impact in this world, then your name will not be forgotten. You have a lot of people that died 200 years ago, 300 years ago, and till today we still remember them because of what they have done. So I think that is more important than having children. We have children, please. Okay, what honorable? What don't you like about Ada? Ada, I will calm down. How many wives do you want to have? I think 1. I'm a Christian, so I think the Bible advises you should marry just 1 wife. So I think 1 is enough. And also sometimes, polygamy in Nigeria is really a war, you understand? Especially in the Yoruba land where people fight each other, bring charm and stuff like that, kill each other because of polygamy and stuff like that. So I don't want that kind of thing. I don't want to die and then maybe when I've died, my children are fighting over land, they're fighting over this, 1 wife is this and that. So I think 1 wife is better. And again, managing a woman self is hard, talk less of managing 2 or 3. You want to kill yourself. You die young. What's your favorite food? Okay, I think, let me see, rice, but not just rice. I think I still like eba, egusi, stuff like that. So I don't really have a favorite food. So maybe if it's English, maybe rice. If it's local, let me see eba and egusi or amala and egusi. Honorable, what don't you like about that? What I don't like about that is that she doesn't have a profile picture. I don't know why she doesn't like it. I think that is just her own reason. That is the thing. But I don't know why she doesn't have that. And also, I don't think I don't like any other thing about Ada apart from that. Ada is cool and she's fine and she's okay, and at least she's a genius. Okay. What's your favorite color? Let me see. I think blue. I think blue. I don't really have a favorite color, but I think blue. Yeah, blue or black. Sorry. When do you plan your marriage in a relationship? No. I'm not in a relationship. And I think I'm in a relationship with data science and artificial intelligence and machine learning and stuff like that. Okay. When do you plan your marriage? I don't know. If everything goes well, maybe 26 or 27 or before that. I want to marry early, to be honest. I don't want to marry late. I don't like late marriage. Then maybe when you are 40 years, your child is still maybe 5 years. I want to marry early. But it depends on what I want to do, but I wish to marry early so that I just know that is so. In a relationship, no, I'm not in a relationship. What's the best food? Like I've said, I think rice and a pap. You think one? Yeah. Do you like do you like math? Okay. Yes. Basically, so why I actually dive into data science or machine learning because of mathematics. So I think in 2018, I got a scholarship to learn data science on university. I think at Bessiman, or what was the name of this company in Germany. So, and I was also in this Google Africa Web Development Scholarship too, and I was trying to learn web development. That was the first time I was learning those stuff. So when I got into the data science track, I saw that basically statistics, mathematics, and stuff. So I was like, wow, I love statistics, I love mathematics. So let me just go for this, and then I just teach web development and stuff. What do you do when you are not on your laptop? What do I do when I'm not on my? Well, basically, sometimes I'm surfing the net, maybe reading an article on Quora, reading an article on Medium, or researching about data science, or on Twitter. I spend most of my time on Twitter, just getting, and also maybe on LinkedIn too, just to connect with people who have not really been active on LinkedIn. Sometimes LinkedIn, but most times I spend most of my time on Twitter, just going through the tweets and stuff like that. So, what don't you like about Stephanie? I don't think there's anything I don't like about Stephanie. Stephanie is a good lady and she's okay. I think what I like about her is that she's actually good in visualization, and I think she will teach me one day. What don't you like about Aaron? Aaron is good. Aaron is fine. I believe everyone have their own. What's it called? Everybody have their own purpose and what they do. So I don't think I don't like anything about it. But the only thing is that the other day I asked Aaron about a question on the project management stuff, and he didn't answer my question. So, but I'm not really offended. Okay, Yimu, what's your best thing about 10 Academy? What's your best thing about 10 Academy? Okay. Oh, well, I think I'm actually grateful to have been selected to be among the 10 Academy fellow. To be honest, I've tried to learn data science on my own, but to be honest, I just found out that I was not really learning. But with data science, with 10 Academy, with the weekly challenges, like by the end of this week, you have to do this. So it pushes me to go and learn. Like I spend most time to just learn. I go on YouTube. I spend most of just go on YouTube. Go and learn just to tackle the challenge. And also, I think 10 Academy has actually inspired me to learn more, and also inspired me to write clean codes, inspired me to write, modular codes, inspired me to talk about presentation. Every week you have to present, you have to drop a presentation, PowerPoint presentation and stuff like that. There was a day I was reading an article and someone was talking about the importance of PowerPoint, and I was just like, wow, see these things that 10 Academy is actually teaching us, understand? And then I think I read an article yesterday about preparing for an interview, and most of the things that the person listed in the article was something the tutors have been encouraging us to do, writing clean codes, doing these stuff and everything. Like I was like, wow, this is actually fine. So I think I like 10 Academy. End of questions. Let's wrap up. Thank you for your session, IIekura. Basically, it was lovely. Thank you for the session. Oh, sorry, I don't want to miss any question. Honorable, don't say Ada is fine. Ada is good. Yeah, she's fine and good. I like the way she reasons. So how many hours of sleep per day? How many hours do you sleep per day? Well, I try to limit my sleep to, let me say, 2 hours or 3 hours. I'm just trying to just do that because I have a lot to learn, and I want to become like a data scientist by the end of this trip. So most times I get tired and I sleep more than normal hours. But sometimes I just try to just sleep less. That's the thing. When you sleep less, you have more time to work on some stuff. You have more time to learn stuff like that. What do you think would be the first to get a job in 10 Academy? Who do you think? Well, I don't know. I believe every one of us will get a job. So we are not really in a competition. even if one person gets the job before others, I believe we are not really in a competition. Life is, we have different way we run our race, to be honest. So others might be faster than us. That doesn't mean we are not running, or that doesn't mean it's not a marathon, it's a sprint. So others might get there before you. That doesn't mean you won't get there. You get there. So that's the thing. Any other question?
Thank you. I don't know, Hadi is busy talking. All right, thanks, IIekura. I think we need to do a plot of the.
Thank you, IIekura. I think I this session. This is really, thank you so much.
Hello, is any question? Hello.